Hello everyone, welcome back to ELC-Studies, and I am here with another amazing topic from History of English Literature. So today we will discuss about 18th century and the rise of English novel, which is one of the most important aspect in 18th century, and also it's my one of the most favorite part, and I hope you will also love it. So today we will discuss about history of English novel. The 18th century marked the period where novels were distributed on a large scale, and a certain level of demand arose among English readers, especially among the middle class. And this demand is also due to people's desire for reading about everyday events, events which went on to shape their lives and actions of fictional characters. Some of the earliest novels includes Robinson Crusoe and Tom Jones, which were respectively written by Daniel Defoe and Henry Fielding. Many novelists who revolutionized the sphere of this literature genre can be dated back to this century, and these novelists are listed below. Let's talk about the factors that helped in the rise of English novel. The number one factor is novelty. Firstly, apart from the novel being a break from the norm, its novelty attracted a lot of attraction. People's curiosity was piqued, not only that, it delivered a satisfaction of a craving that was until now non existential. The second factor is the printing press. Press were drawing newspapers. The growing popularity of the printing press in the 18th century played a role in the rise of English novel. This continuous increase in literacy rates brought about a demand for more written text. The number three factor is the Glorious Revolution. The Glorious Revolution is a factor that helped in the growth of English novel because the democratic system emphasized the stories of commoners and who were the subjects in many of the novels written during this period. This brought it so close to home and spiked the emotions of the people. The novels of Richardson, Sternes, Smollett, and Fielding center around the life of commoners rather than that of the ruling class and very well became a constant among the people. Now we will discuss that how middle class helps in the rise of English novel. So middle class act as a factor which can its effect can be seen through the growth of lower class, and the middle class was made up of numerous merchants and manufacturers who amassed great fortunes and were able to enlarge their political influence and consequently increase their social influence, and this made a lot of trades more lucrative and dignified. All these changes and supposed chaos gave thought to writers to write more. The next factor is layer. The industrialization that gave rise to the middle class economic and financial status also afforded them options. Life became a lot of easier for them. There was an increase in the number of people who had a little or more time to rest and experience some leisure. Next is literacy. Then there was an increase in education also. The only way novels became a thing was if people could read them and talk about them. Very evident is the Canterbury Tales, which was not only penned down but was mostly spread through folklore. What are the characteristics of English novel? So, the number one characteristic of English novel is that the 18th century English novels' main characteristics are the relatable characters from different walks of life, different social strata, settings, and complexity of plots that illustrate that how complex life in itself can be. They are usually centered around a real life issues. Then the second characteristic of English novel is unlike the romantic novels, English novels of the 18th century depicted a lot of reason, logical projection of thoughts and facts. Whatever that propagated idealism was not welcomed or patronized. And the third characteristic of English novel is that they illustrated the rise of middle class. Therefore, its theme, subject matter, style, characters, and setting took these into consideration. Unlike romance, the characters were not kings, queens, knights, or nobles instead. They are creators using characters that are the typical everyday middle class people of many different professions. It was no wonder that readers found the strengths, weakness, and the trivials of these characters quite relatable. Now, the fourth characteristic of English novel is that although the English novel tried to present its ideas logically, one thing that stood out of it was its choice of words and writing style. It was unique in its simplicity, nothing grandiose or exaggerated, just a play on words to better express one's logical reasoning regarding the topic in question. Now we will briefly discuss about the decline of drama in 18th century. By the time of the Restoration, English drama had grown unnatural, artificial, and immoral. It had lost its appeal by the 18th century, and some other form of the entertainment was needed to its place. It was the decline of the drama during the earlier part of the 18th century that made way for the novel. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed our channel yet, please subscribe so that we come up with an upgraded and emerging versions of videos.